You quietly close your laptop, stand up from your desk, and take a single step toward the kitchen for a glass of water. Instantly, you hear it, the familiar, rhythmic clack of paws trailing closely behind you on the hardwood floor. You head to the bathroom, and a wet nose nudges the door open. You sit on the living room sofa, and within seconds, a warm, heavy head rests gently on your foot. We often lovingly complain about our Velcro dogs, joking with friends that we have completely lost our right to personal privacy. But in the hyper-digital, fast-paced reality of our modern world, this constant physical shadowing is actually a profound, psychological phenomenon. As our daily routines become increasingly entangled in virtual spaces, endless notifications, and remote interactions, we are experiencing an unprecedented epidemic of emotional isolation. We are constantly expected to be everywhere at once, yet we are rarely fully present. Amidst this modern chaos, dog following you from room to room is far more than just a quirky canine habit or a mild household nuisance. Have you ever stopped to wonder if this behavior is merely a lingering survival instinct? Or perhaps a much deeper, unspoken psychological dialogue between you and when your dog shadows your every move, they are not just hoping for a dropped piece of food or begging for a sudden walk. They are instinctively acting as a silent, living anchor in a world that constantly tries to pull your attention away. Their physical presence, the comforting warmth of their fur, the steady rhythm of their breathing, the solid weight of their body leaning against your leg, serves as an immediate sensory grounding technique. They are actively tethering you to the here and now, offering a tangible reality when your mind is lost in a sea of digital anxiety. They sense the subtle, invisible shifts in your stress levels and choose to stay close, offering a quiet reassurance that you do not have to navigate this overwhelming world alone. To truly understand why they won't let us out of their sight, we must look back at the ancient pact, written in our shared DNA, long before our dogs slept peacefully on memory foam beds or waited patiently outside the bathroom door. Their wild ancestors navigated a harsh, unpredictable, and unforgiving wilderness. In the wild, survival was never a solitary pursuit. It depended entirely on the tight, unwavering cohesion of the pack. Staying close to the pack leader was not merely a matter of affection. It was a literal matter of life and death. A lone wolf was a deeply vulnerable wolf, but a united pack meant shared warmth through freezing nights, coordinated hunting, and a collective defense against dangerous predators. When dogs chose to step into the warmth of human campfires thousands of years ago, they did not simply leave these powerful survival instincts behind. Instead, they transferred that profound reliance directly onto us. In the fascinating realm of evolutionary psychology, this phenomenon is deeply connected to what behavioral experts call the secure base effect. Much like a human toddler exploring a playground who constantly looks back to ensure their parent is still watching, your dog views you as their ultimate secure base. You are their protector, their primary provider, and their unwavering anchor in an unpredictable world. When they follow you from room to room, they are constantly verifying that their safe haven remains entirely intact. Today, modern domestic reality is vastly different from the ancient wilderness. There are no unseen predators lurking in the hallway, and the biggest daily challenge might just be waiting for the mail carrier. However, the biological mechanism driving your dog to stay right by your side remains as potent as ever. Their constant following is a deeply ingrained evolutionary strategy designed to ensure mutual safety and maintain vital social cohesion. By keeping you in their line of sight, they are fulfilling an ancient, hardwired duty to protect the pack. While seeking the deep reassurance of your protection, they are checking in, making absolutely sure the social bond is secure. Yet, this biological drive serves a much more profound purpose today. It acts as a mirror to our own inner restlessness. Have you ever noticed how your dog presses their chin against your knee right when a stressful message makes your heart race? This is not a random act. In psychology, this is explained by a fascinating phenomenon known as emotional contagion. Dogs are incredibly perceptive observers of human microstressors. They do not just watch us. They actively read our physiological data. They can smell the subtle spikes in our cortisol levels and detect the faintest irregularities in our breathing. When we feel overwhelmed, they absorb that emotional frequency like a sponge, tuning into our internal state before we even realize we are struggling. Living in the demanding world of today, where digital burnout and relentless social pressures have reached unprecedented highs, many of us carry a lingering sense of separation anxiety. We often feel disconnected from our communities, our loved ones, and our own sense of grounded reality. We unknowingly project this internal void outward, and our dogs pick up on it instantly. When your furry best friend follows you from the kitchen to the bedroom, they might not just be looking for attention. They are likely responding to your own unspoken, subconscious need for a comforting anchor. In this light, what we dismiss as simple clinginess is actually a beautifully intuitive response to our fragile emotional states. Your dog effectively becomes a living, breathing weighted blanket for your soul. By staying physically close to you, they are actively trying to co-regulate your nervous system. They offer their steady heartbeat to counter your anxious one. They sense the emotional gap you are trying to hide from the world, and they gently step in to fill it with their unconditional presence. Understanding that our dogs mirror our needs allows us to embrace their constant companionship as profound emotional therapy. In a disconnected society where modern isolation often feels like an invisible weight, a Velcro dog acts as a vital kind of emotional glue. We are surrounded by endless digital noise, yet so many of us walk around carrying a quiet sense of loneliness. When your dog chooses to rest their warm chin on your foot or follows you into the kitchen for the 5th time, they are doing much more than seeking a quick pat on the head. They are actively bridging the invisible gap between isolation and genuine connection. They tether you back to a reality where you are seen and deeply valued. Psychologically speaking, this constant proximity works absolute wonders on our overwhelmed nervous systems. Every time you look down and see those familiar eyes tracking your movements, your brain receives a subtle but powerful signal of safety. This unwavering physical closeness naturally lowers your cortisol levels, gently dampening the harsh edges of daily stress and the separation anxiety we might not even realize we are holding on to. To a dog, you are not your job title, your social status, or your past mistakes. This dynamic provides us with the incredibly rare experience of being entirely seen and chosen, day after day, without a single ounce of judgment. It is this pure, unfiltered acceptance that makes their shadowy presence the ultimate cure for human loneliness. They fill the silent, echoing voids in our homes with the rhythmic patting of their paws and the gentle rise and fall of their breathing. By simply existing in our space, they anchor us securely to the present moment, reminding us that we are worthy of steadfast companionship. Their loyalty quietly patches up the fragmented parts of our emotional well-being, proving we do not have to face the quiet moments alone. We have traveled from the raw echoes of primal instincts into the quiet depths of our own hearts, discovering that the gentle dog resting at our heels is actually the bridge to our inner peace. In our fast-paced, often fragmented reality, where digital connections frequently leave us feeling more isolated than ever, this constant canine presence is not a clingy habit to be managed. It is a profound symphony of co-regulation. When you look down and see that familiar shadow following you from the kitchen to the living room, you are not witnessing a burden. You are experiencing a living, breathing anchor. Your dog is acting as a biological metronome, syncing their calm heartbeat with your anxious one, reminding your nervous system that you are safe in the here and now. They do not worry about the emails you have not answered, the deadlines looming over you, or the vast uncertainties of tomorrow. They only know that right now, in this very second, they want to share the exact same air as you. This is the ultimate lesson in mindfulness, delivered not through a guided meditation app, but through the soft patting of paws on the floorboards. Our dogs teach us that healing does not always require words. Sometimes, it simply requires proximity. They fill the silent voids of our modern separation anxiety with a steady, unwavering devotion. By allowing them to follow us, we are secretly allowing ourselves to be guided back to the safety of the present moment. We learn to embrace their shadow as a blessing, a daily reminder that we are inherently worthy of being loved and followed. As you move through your day, let their quiet companionship wash over you. Realize that you are never truly walking alone in this world. The bond you share is a beautiful, mutual need. You give them a home, and in return, they give you a sanctuary within yourself. So, the next time you trip over your furry shadow in the hallway, take a deep breath, smile, and thank them for keeping you grounded. If this journey into the heart of canine companionship resonated with you, please like this vape channel for moments of